All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna get right to it here. If you're watching this video, do me a quick favor and subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel already. I gotta jump right in and lead with that because that's how we grow and that's how we get this information out there. And if you're watching this video, you're trying to figure out how to get everything removed off your credit report. Now, before I go into that, I do want to do some real mindset hacks real quick. Right? You probably watched a lot of videos at this point, and you're probably frustrated at this point in the game. Right? You're trying to get your credit to the next level and one of two things is taking place right now. Number one, you either don't have the time to do it yourself, and yet you are still looking for information because you really need this done. Or two, you don't have the money to actually pay for someone else, or maybe you just don't want to pay someone else, right? And I respect all of that. So this isn't the place of judgment. I just want you to realize that the time that you're investing in looking for information, the time you're investing in doing it yourself, is learned information. This is time you can't get back, but it's also investment. You're investing in yourself. So don't feel bad about doing this. Don't feel bad about trying to find the right person. You're going to also realize that a lot of information that you're going to find is kind of recycled information because there's no real secrets when it comes to credit. There's new hacks. There's new ways of delivering information, but a lot of it is time tested. The stuff that sticks long term is the stuff that works long term. There's a couple of things that might come in play here and there as hacks, but long term, the system is the same, guys. What are we doing? We're leveraging your rights as a consumer to get things removed off your credit report that should not be there. Not because you never had any dealings with the original creditor, not because you didn't go into default. Sometimes it happens. Oftentimes it's identity theft, things like that. But the reason why we're moving it isn't about you proving anything. Okay, it's about the collection agencies and the credit bureaus proving that they're reporting the information accurately and leveraging the right laws and doing it the right way. And if they're not doing it the right way, guys, the truth of the matter is that it's got to be removed off your credit report. Okay, so when you're researching information, don't research it from a perspective of trying to get away with something or you're doing something sneaky. You're not. You're leveraging the law. You're doing it the right way. So I want to get that out the way. That's number one. Number two mindset hack is that no matter what process you go through, whether you're doing it yourself, whether you hire someone, it's a process. I've had so many clients come to me or potential clients come to me and they're talking bad about the next guy. They're like, hey, I was working with so and so, and he or she, I'm working my credit for like 60 days and I'm not seeing no results and I want to go somewhere else. And I have to turn them away and say, hey, listen, I understand. I don't know the person. I know the process, and sometimes it takes longer, right? Depending on what's going on in your credit. Let me tell you something that's crazy. If you have over 10 derogatory items in your credit report and you get started with someone, and then you have another person who has one thing on their credit report, who do you think is going to get results the faster? Believe it or not, it's the one who has 10 because they have more opportunities to get things removed. Versus if you only got one thing on your credit report, and I've only got one opportunity, so it's going to seem like it's dragging out because you don't have much on your credit to begin with. So all these things I take into account when talking to potential clients. And so if you're here, I want to make sure that this is a place where you feel like, wow, damn, Rebecca hit that on the head. This is how I'm feeling. That's why I'm going over this information with you before we talk about how to get everything removed. So again, if you're just tuning in, guys, if you have questions, you can also comment below. I answer questions. And if you have questions directly to me, you can go in my description and actually text me directly. Now, again, lastly, always hit that subscribe button, and that's how we grow. So let's talk about how to get things removed off your credit report. I'm going to give you 3 steps that you're going to take, and you have to do this with patience. You have to do this with clarity. You have to be meticulous, okay? And I'm going to make it super easy for you because we're going to leverage AI as well, okay? So another thing you want to do is you want to obtain your credit report. Super important, right? You got to know what's on your credit report so you can know what you're disputing. You can do this with free methods like Credit Karma, the Experian app. That'll give you your first all 3 credit reports, and then just write down the names of the accounts, the account numbers, and the balances if possible. That's number 1. 2, you want to go to the secondary credit bureaus like LexisNexis, SageStream, Innovis, and you're going to put a freeze on there. Why? I know it's good. This is the stuff I'm talking about that's time tested that you just can't get around. This is one of those things. Why do we do that? You know why we do it. And if you're brand new to this channel and you're brand new to credit repair, rather, I'm going to tell you why we do it. We do it because we don't want the credit bureaus, the credit agencies, rather, that's Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, to use the secondary credit bureaus to verify the information because that's what they do. SageStream, Innovis, LexisNexis, they're a storehouse of information, right? They keep everything. your addresses, your previous jobs, your who lived in the house with you, the name of your old dog. Like they storehouse everything. And so when trying to verify information, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, they're not super gurus of finding information. They contact other people and they get the information from them. They say, hey, there's this bill with, Midland Credit Collection Agency. They're saying it's not theirs. Can you verify? And they go to these third party companies to verify the information. So when we put a freeze on that, we're basically not allowing them to access the information or not allowing the secondary credit bureaus to release the information. That's why I put the freeze on there. All right. So you got to do that. Number one. Number two, now we're going to craft the dispute letter. Now, in times past, it was really difficult to do this because you had to find templates, you had to Google and all this stuff. Or if you're a part of my free group, I'll put the link in my description. You have access to the very letters that I use for the last 7 years to get everything removed. Right? But if you don't want to do that, you can also download an app on your phone or on your laptop called Chat GPT. Pretty sure many of you are probably already using it. If you're not using it, you want to start using it. It's like having a perfect assistant, all right? A legal assistant, a writer, everything you might need. So what you want to do is you want to type into Chat GPT, you are my paralegal with a Harvard degree in writing and business. Write me a dispute letter against the credit bureaus leveraging this law. It's basically going to be 15 USC section 1681, which basically is one of the most powerful consumer laws that most credit repair companies use at some point again. All right, I'll put it also in the description as well. But once you leverage that law, it's going to, and you're going to list under that all of the collection accounts or derogatory items that you're alleging that you want removed. Okay, so you're going to do that for TransUnion, you're going to do that for Equifax, you're going to do that for Experian. Okay, if you want to take it the extra mile, you can even, let's say you print out the credit reports, you can even circle any discrepancies that you see. So if you look at TransUnion and how they report that collection account, if anything is different from how Equifax or Experian reports, you can highlight that and use that as also grounds to get it removed. Okay, I'm just giving you all the tips. This is tedious, so this is not a rush job if you're really trying to get these things removed. All right, go through your credit reports and get everything. Okay. Then you're going to create a secondary group of letters. These letters you're going to create is all about the personal information of your credit report, right? You're going to put the same thing in ChatGPT. You are my paralegal with a Harvard degree in writing and business. Write me a letter to remove personal information off my credit report that's not mine. And it's going to write you a letter, okay? And you're going to leverage that same US 15 USC section 1681. That same exact one, you're going to use it for that. It's going to write you the letters. You're going to fill in the information that fits you, your address, your name, your last four, your social, birthday. You're going to list all the information that you want removed, right? If you have 3 addresses on there, you only want 1 address showing this is the address. This is my only name, no aliases, no phone numbers. You don't want any phone numbers in your credit report, okay? All this is important because they're going to, once they remove that information, it's another indicator that they can't verify because if they don't have old addresses, old names, all that kind of stuff, they can't connect it to other debt. This is why it has to be removed. That's going to be sent separately. Okay, you don't want to send that in the same packet as your first letters. Okay, so it's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Then you're going to go to identitytheft.gov and you're going to file identity theft claim. Why? You're saying, well, why would I file an identity theft claim? There was no identity theft in my account. Anytime somebody steals your identity or buys and sells your identity, that's theft because you don't know if they're doing everything the right way, whether it's a collection company, whether it's, or a creditor or anyone. If you never did business with these companies, then they have your information, that's theft. If they're reporting information on your credit report, that's theft. Okay, so that's how you got to look at it from a legal perspective. You didn't give them any permission to get your information. They have your information. You're going to write a claim, and you're going to copy and paste that same letter that you made in ChatGPT. You're going to copy that in the comments section of the actual dispute you're going to create with Identity Theft Gov. You're going to do the same thing, and you're going to list all 3 credit bureaus. And you're going to itemize also all the things you want removed. All right, show it very detailed. You're going to make it a PDF copy. You're going to save that as well. You're going to take all these things, put your ID, your most recent piece of mail, and the last 4 of your social. Okay, And then if you want to add a whole nother element to it, you're going to go to the Better Business Bureau. Or the Better Business Bureau, and you're going to write a claim with them. You can do this all online. Take that same letter and copy and paste it in there. Do it for all 3 credit bureaus. Okay? And then you're going to print that out. You're going to have this packet. It's going to have a letter for each. You're going to have three different, well, really 6. You're going to do 3 for the personal information and then 3 for the actual dispute, for the collections, all the derogatories, repos, whatever. And you're going to do 1 for obviously each credit bureau. You're going to have in each letter for the collection accounts for all the derogatories. You're going to have the FTC identity theft packet. You're going to have your letter, right? And you're going to have going to print out a copy of your claim with the Better Business Bureau. And you're going to send all of that with your ID, your most recent piece of mail, right? And you're going to sign it. You're going to sign it with it. You're going to print your name. You're not going to sign it. You're going to print your name with the last 4 of your social. Send those off to the credit bureau's certified mail, right? And then when you send your personal information letter, right, you can also, again, just send the letter, ID, name, piece of mail. That's it. Guys, give it 30 to 45 days. They're going to respond with removing everything. If they don't remove everything, they're going to remove a lot. Okay, and if they don't remove everything, guess what? You repeat the process. Okay, and then obviously you're going to go with a second letter. And there's a specific second letter you want to use. But if you don't want to join our free group or our paid group, or you don't want information, you can just put in ChatGPT. Send second letter, and leveraging this law. The same thing. You are my paralegal, Harvard degree, business writing. Write second letter to respond to the credit bureaus, leveraging this law, and it'll create a letter for you. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. The question is, what do you want to accomplish, and how bad do you want to accomplish it? Okay. So I know a lot of people get confused. They say, "Well, Jebecca, if the information is out here, why would anybody want to work with someone else? Why would anybody want to work with you or your team?" And I tell people the same thing. The reason why I freely give the information, and I'm going to continue to make videos like this, is because everyone doesn't want to pay someone. This is all information that if you leverage it and you learn it, you can become really skilled in credit repair for yourself, for your family. You can provide a skill set and empower your family. And it's good information to know. But then there's also people who are like me, right? When I first got in this game, I did not want to do the work. I didn't have time. I was working. My wife was working. We have 2 children. We're caregivers. A lot going on. It was much more efficient for me to just, hey, listen, take this on and take care of it. So no matter what side of the fence you're on, don't feel bad about that. Okay? Many of you are going to do it yourself, and that's why I'm going to make videos like this. If you want access to my free group, we provide a lot of great credit tips. And I even have a paid group where we go next level with some hacks, how to get things removed in 4 days, stuff like that. Let me know in the comments, what you want to be a part of. I'll also put information in the description. But if you also are someone who's like, listen, I just would rather, I need help. Well, I put my contact information also in the text below, in the description below, and my website. You can contact me directly, and I'll do a free consultation via text. I'll go over everything with you, and we'll go from there. I'm in all 50 states. Whatever is best for you, but it's all about you getting results. All right, so that's this video, guys. Again, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, I answer all comments. I reply to all comments. And if you want to work with me directly, you want to do the free text evaluation, just text me directly. My number's in the description as well. God bless. Be great. See you in the next video.